Walkways need
Welcome
patching
home,
up.
Sid.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing. And how may I assist you today? One would think. Going so soon?
I trust you, Rap. Ready, girl? Run like the wind. My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let's feast your flesh. Your feasting days are over. Nice try. Help me, boy. No.
What became of Kupka?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns.
I may have picked up.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that.
He's really throwing it.
Indeed he is. Which means, well, not quite. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for... Consider it the price of...
I've never known you to be sent.
What can I say?
I suppose we are.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, lady. It's true.
Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Clive. So, will it be? And?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Finished, are you?
What do you need? What do you want? No scratches, all right? You can thank me later. Anything else?
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. I need to know what he is.
Alas. No, not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. What?
But I saw him.
I don't doubt that, alas, it seems, to others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he...
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Thanks to Sid.
I'm telling you, it's true.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home.
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft...
No. She was right, though.
Ah, but I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peace, not least of all Sid. Well, she's been going at it hammer and tong down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her part.
Very well.
Think Mid might need some help, Tony.
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid.
Sorry, I'm too busy. I've got to get this thermal displacement.
And this...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The sack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you...
Blackthorn.
Out with it.
It's for mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it, and I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here.
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something which is where you lot come in. I need material. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back. Yeah.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. You going after this? Which one of these two luckies?
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that...
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. I'll head down there.
All right.
Yous two take care, eh?
Just don't let the bastard fleece you.
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's
Best of luck.
I'll head down to Dalrymple, see about hiring us a wagon. Wait for me by the river.
Don't you worry about me. I can smell a swindle from half the twins away.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Clive! Quick look. Always something in there.
Most fragrant herbs and spices.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while I'd go and look for him myself. But I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss.
I'll see what I can do.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool.
Right. Then that...
Oh, where did all the men of the Rock go?
Plates and pots!
Did the constables test you properly before they gave...
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto? Let's go. straight home now. Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon... Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old...
But unlike any old fool, you thought to...
Well spotted.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see black. Here, Clive. Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Don't give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust.
Nice to get out and about. Let's do it again sometime, mate.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plate in. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things...
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid...
Suppose we'd better be getting...
Give us a shout if you need...
Those who kill for sport deserve no better. Excuse me.
What do you...
The baker sent me to...
I am certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the date. Time was the sight of the fang you...
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her. But she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf she was the only thing that could fill the hole. But now she's gone. What am I supposed to do? I ask her.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work.
Recapture it? You know, I have to get back to the bakery right away.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Ah! Though I worry you might have stoked the fire.
Master, it's ready.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of her steeple peaks. Her folsoms. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the fang without her crater? And look, inside. She's... Master, I have found my purpose. I'm...
Well, if it tastes half as unique... not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have... I don't know how you did it. Now...
Good day to you. See.
The crystals we get from it.
And we are to take a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figure rustlings in the undergrowth. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves. Given what I hope you'll forgive me call...
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizen.
All right.
Hello, Sid.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
days? Nah, not me. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't... Don't worry. Any shady characters try and slip it...
All right.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
The crystals we get.
You alright, Sid? Something on your...
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed it?
Oh, I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads work...
All right. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods.
No, but I've heard something.
Where was this?
In Lawbert's. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Ran back here as quick as me leg.
I see. Seems Lawbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? Ready, go? You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. What matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Get him! Over here! This one! Get him!
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Good day to you. Sid.
The crystals we get from it.
Clive.
I found some Black Shields.
Black Shields. Though they serve another master now. And it would appear the pack has found... Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time. And bite...
I'm sorry. Who did the Black Shield serve now?
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I
don't understand. Why him?
I was a member of the judiciary once. And fight it I did. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me.
So what changed?
I discovered that I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot, but his response, however... And he faced no punishment. I lost everything. The faith I had once held that... So I set about. I tracked down every soul who served him, but the man himself proved with money and power, and so I saw that I would need an army of... I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded...
And...
Of course. They too have seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. Our wounds are the same. We know where he hides, how numerous. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any... My friends and comrades!
I'm not going to change his mind.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike.
Welcome.
You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. You've a keen eye.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. What?
So?
The helm for this will be
Salvage from the ruins.
Ah, but we...
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken in... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid.
Yes.
I'll show you. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, Were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, this is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would...
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use part. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in... The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them.
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my team and head there right...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Ambrosia won't help me here. Come on.
Faster!
You deserve a rest.
Over here!
This one.
Yeah, sick.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The, ruins are...
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Over here!
slow.
Over here! Attack! All yours, Fogel! Now, Fogel! Fogel, kill!
The things I do...
Sid!
You shouldn't have any...
Indeed. Well, don't let...
All right.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
No surprises there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How's that?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough, which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they both... The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of I know whose counsel I would...
Tomes? I've got all the details written down. Can you take this to him?
Right away. Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also, as you can imagine. I wondered if you might know of a solution.
Perhaps. It is not a...
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home...
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps I shall speak to them and see what... If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the knowledge of the past may yet prove...
Thank you, Hub. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames.
So, Clive, who will accompany you?
Very well. So then, what...
I have taken the liberty of...
White chocobo. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more...
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence, now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll say...
I will.
You two enjoy...
You too, Talia.
Good luck in Northreach. Try not to get too distracted from the task at hand.
Now, where's Jill?
Slavers don't even bother with them. For each now.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of...
All right.
How about you look for the Pepio nuts? I'll find the other things we need. We can...
You'll not find a bruised pippin in the... Fresh cuts! Come and get them!
We haven't much, but you're free to look. I hope it's to your liking. Good day.
What do you want? If that's what you want.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled. I won't have...
Did you find him?
I did.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from just being here. Reminds me of when... Do you remember? Walking.
How could I forget? Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go... Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself?
There was, yes. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells... Thought you might like to share one.
I would.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh!
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do... Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy...
No, Jill. This is how life should be. When we can live on our own.
Thank you. Well, I suppose I need to give these ingredients. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. and thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing now that we have all the ingredients.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mistakes.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary?
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying when both the shielding and the moondew are ready. It will merely be a matter of applying, followed by a rigorous process of testing, and perhaps someone ought to warn you.
Leave it. Thank you, Up. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you. You'll be pleased to know that work...
You found something...
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating. He's supervising the construction and testing of...
Brilliant!
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start working out how to the black...
You know, when I got into the smithing, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this out, Mid. You get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require something.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling...
Thank you! Clark, that's one down and just 3 more...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva...
Good luck to them. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep...
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black... That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, in a world where we're not just trying to survive.
I'm working on it, and I'll do everything I can to get...
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your... Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what...
He'd be proud of...
You,
I was.
Right. There's just one thing I need to...
All right. I'll let her...
Aye, Cap...
Is that the thing too?
They told me she was building a ship.
That's a ship. Let's sail it round the lake.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.